What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So before I get started, first and foremost, I want to thank everyone for getting me to that 500 subscriber mark. I really appreciate that. You know, that was my goal for the end of January, and I hit it. When I checked it this morning, I was at 503. So thank you. All right, so today's video, I am shooting from a different location. So today I'm at Pro Performance. They're having a grand opening slash cars and coffee type event. So I figured I would shoot this video for the recap for the truck. I shouldn't really say it's gonna be a recap. It's what's to come, you know, for pretty much, you know, because you guys have been seeing me talk about this truck all year, working on it, doing things, doing videos and stuff like that. The other vehicles that I did recaps on, I worked on them here and there, but not constantly all the time, like I do my own personal stuff. So, okay, so back to it. Like I said, we are at location at Pro Performance, but I'm about to start on the truck. I'm gonna start on the back, you know, and work my way forward, and we'll go from there. So let's get at it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is the spoiler on the back. Pretty much, I spray painted it. It's like a satin black. The plan is to, you know, pull that off once I get it painted and have it powder coated the satin black. The little turnbuckle things that, you know, hold the spoiler on, these things here, those I'm trying to look for in red because I really want some anodized red ones. Okay. Next thing I want to talk about is the bumper. So when I first put this bumper on, I didn't put the brackets far enough forward. So the bumper sticks out probably 2, maybe 3 inches farther back than it's supposed to. My biggest problem with that is now I got to figure out what to do with the air tank that sits underneath. You can see it under the license plate. That's the bottom of it. I can move it forward some, so I'm hoping I can fix that problem once I lift the bed up and stuff like that and get all that situated. All right, next to the back of the bed. So as you can see, I have all the tie down points there, and over there, and then one over there. So the plan for the back of the bed is I'm going to get a Rhino line. I do throw stuff back here. I use it for work, getting parts and stuff like that, you know, just because I want to drive it. You know, I built this truck to drive it and enjoy it, not for it to be a show truck. You know, I do want it to look nice, don't get me wrong, but the main thing I'm looking to do is basically just kind of, you know, have something I can daily use with no issues. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about is the gas feel. So let me see if I can get that camera to, I'm using a new camera, so, you know, bear with me. Hopefully it comes out good. But here's the gas feel. I'm going to get that to where it's more flush in this panel, well, in the back of the bed, but in the panel. But what I'm going to do is, since my air stuff, you know, my air ride controller, the tank, the fuel pumps, everything is sitting right in this area here. So I'm going to cut this and make a full panel that I can remove, you know, all the way up and over that way. That way I can remove to make easy access to getting to anything that's underneath there. That way if I have a fuel pump problem, I ain't got to lift the bed to do all that kind of stuff. What next? All right, let's go to the side of the truck. All right, so when I took this thing in for alignment, they basically kind of told me that the rear axle isn't centered correctly. So they told me what the specs were and what I need to fix it to. So this wheel here, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but look, it's a little closer to the fender in the front here. I'm going to show you, so that this side needs to come back some. And we're going to go to the other side. I don't know if that really comes up on camera, but you can see this one's more centered in the rear of the bed. So the other side needs to come back just a little bit. So I got to adjust that side back, and I should be good as far as that goes with the trailing arm. The trailing arms are adjustable, so, and they did come from Pro Performance, so they're adjustable where I can adjust them out. But I must have got the adjustment out of whack, so I'm gonna have them fix that. know, I was just peeping something out. I was noticing something. I didn't wash my truck. It's dirty. It's the way I roll. Okay. So next thing I'm going to talk about is front wheel spacing. So I've been noticing this on a lot of trucks. And I've been on forums and asking questions, and everyone says that they're always off. I don't like that, so I'm gonna try to figure out something to fix that. So if you look here closely, I'm hoping to come on camera, the wheel here on this side looks damn near almost centered in the wheel well. So I'm gonna take you around to the other side and kind of show you what I am talking about. This one here is probably back, I think when I measured it, about an inch to 2 inches. So I'm going to figure out for the front, I forgot what they call that. I don't know, core support, not core support, but I don't know what it's called. But I'm drawing a blank on it. Oh well, if you know these trucks, you know what I'm talking about. But it's the piece that mounts in the middle where the engine and everything goes. I'm going to see if there's a way to adjust this side up some once I'm starting to pull this apart for paint, to see if I can get that more centered in the front how I would like to see it. Okay. Other thing I got to start addressing when I really pretty much is front door spacing and alignment and stuff like that. This door isn't fully closed. That's why it kind of probably looks the way it is. But I keep having a problem with this door over here, which surprises me because this door closes very well. That door is hard to close, but this door closes very well. And it keeps breaking door handles. It's like the second one. So something's off. I got to figure it out. I don't know what it is, but that is something I'm definitely got to look into, because the first time it broke, the inside panel wasn't on, so it was easy to fix that door handle. This time when it broke, the panel's on, so I got to pull all that off just to fix the damn door handle. And it's becoming a pain to, keep constantly do that. And the thing that gets me the most is no one really sits on that side. My wife sits on that side, but I mean, I'm in this thing more or less by myself, probably at least 75% of the time. And why is that side having problems and not this side? So who knows? But let's see what's next on the list. I'm curious to see if this comes up on camera. Let's see. Show you guys that I really do drive this damn thing. The rest of the stuff is just bug stuff, because like I said, I didn't clean the windshield, but I got a chip in my windshield this morning. Look at that crap. Like I tell you, I drive this thing. I drive it. But yep. So I'm gonna see if I can get that fixed, or do I gotta get a whole new windshield again? That's gonna suck. Okay, front end wise, I'm happy. There's nothing I really want to change with this. I got the front lip on, which will come off and get powder coated. I got to represent myself, Mr. Cool Guy Air. Yeah, there's nothing I really want to do to the front. Like, I'm happy. I don't know if these come up in this thing or not. I don't know if you see my little velocity stacks for the turbos. They red. I love the way those look. So, but yeah, front end wise, I'm happy. Hood vents, I love them. I think they came out perfect. My hood latches, I love them. I think they came out perfect. Yeah, front end's good. Let's get to the engine bay. Okay, so as far as the engine bay, this is everyone's favorite thing. When I go to events and this and that, this is what draws the crowd to the truck. I mean, it's not painted, so everything's pretty much basic besides that. But when you pop the hood and you see these twin turbos here, oh yeah, everyone loves that. So, but let's get to it. All right, so as far as the engine bay, what's going to happen is I'm going to talk about timeline first. So this is the 31st? So Saturday the 31st of January. So I got one more car event I plan on going to. It's called the Oro Valley Barbecue Festival Car Show event. So they do have a category there for best engine bay. My wife convinced me to do it, so I entered that show for best engine bay, and we'll see what happens. You know, so that one is on, I believe, the 7th. My dates might be off, but we'll see. But I believe it's the 7th. It's the Saturday right before the Super Bowl. So that Saturday we're going out there. And then we got the Super Bowl that Sunday. And then after that, it's tear apart time. Like I want to tear this whole engine bay apart. That way I can finally finish up on the inside. I never ran the AC box. Let me make sure the camera's focusing. I never ran the AC box. So I need to do custom lines to hook the box and everything up. That was my only thing. That's why this panel is not welded in, just so I had access to easy pull this off, make all my custom lines, you know, not being stuck underneath the dash to do it. And then, you know, put this panel back up and then fully weld it in. So I need to weld this panel in, body work it, you know, all that kind of stuff. Same thing for this one over here. Weld the panel in, body work it, all that kind of good stuff. While I'm doing all that, I'm going to pull all this turbo stuff off. Basically everything, intake manifold, radiator and everything out, because like I said before, I do have a new intake manifold I do want to swap out. I do got 2 new Proform brushless high velocity fans. These things supposed to push out almost 200 2000 CFMs each one. Don't want any cooling problems. I don't have any cooling problem right now. I don't want any cooling problems when the AC is running in traffic. You know, because like I said, I'm in Arizona. You know, I shouldn't even say Arizona, because Arizona, you know, it could be cool parts of Arizona. I'm in Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? We hit 115, 120. So I want to know, if I want to drive this thing in the middle of summer at 120, that I'm not going to be in here baking. You know, I'm an AC guy. So that's one thing on this truck I should be able to get perfect, is the AC. If I can't get the AC on my truck perfect, hell, you don't want me at your house as far as I'm concerned. But I'm good at what I do. So, you know, that's just me talking, you know, pumping myself up, because, you know, I'm good at what I do. All right. So the other thing is I got a bigger alternator. This alternator is doing fine. I got, you know, enough battery cable on that damn thing to where it charges just okay. But it does have a little system in it. When the system does hit, it does drop. The voltage does drop down sometimes, especially if I'm at a light or something like that. But for the most part, I knew the alternator really wasn't big enough. It came with the whole CVF front end kit, and I figured I'll just have that as a backup just in case if I ever did need an alternator. But I do have a bigger alternator to swap out. So this one I think is a 140. The new one is let me make sure that comes up. I think it's a 250 or a 300 amps. So with this thing, with the fans, the dual fuel pump, the system, you know, all those things, I'm borderline maxing out what this alternator here even produces out. So I knew I needed a new one, and I need to swap it out. Other issue I'm having is the power steering tank has a leak in it. So I got this one's a plastic tank. So I got a full new aluminum tank. So that one shouldn't have any issues. I got to swap that one out. Once I pull all this stuff here in the front out, that'll just make it easy. My other plan for the engine bay is for the fenders, you know, that, you know, they come out. I'm going to rhino line those, top and bottom. Mainly because, you know, I plan on racing this truck. You know, I plan on driving this truck. You know, I plan on abusing this truck. You know, and I work on it. I don't want to worry about dropping a tool in here, scratching the paint or anything like that. If it's rhino line, I drop something, or, you know, something happens or it scratches, I won't care. You know, so that's mainly why I'm going to rhino line those. So when I'm doing all the body work to the back panel, to the firewall and stuff like that, you know, I'm gonna pull those out to make it easy. And while I have them out, I'm gonna, you know, I basically just hit it with that Raptor can, you know, the Raptor liner can, you know, top and bottom. What else we got? Oh, I guess this piece here, this cowl piece, that will come off. It's gonna stay this kind of satin black. Same for the front lip. You know, like I got 3 pieces I plan on taking to the powder coater, which is the front lip, this radiator, you know, cowl cover thing, and the spoiler, so that way they can do them all at the same time. You know, it's cheaper when you take multiple stuff to the powder coater. The other thing, let's go for under the hood. I think this is about the last thing here is I'm going to build a bracing for here, you know, to cover all this up, just to give the hood more strength, because once I cut that middle bracing out, it weakened the hood. So that's the other thing. And then I'm going to paint the underside of the hood. Let's see what else is on the list for me to talk about. All right, let's talk about this interior. So for the most part, this is all gonna come out so it can get painted. Everything just kind of temporary in here for me to, you know, see what it's gonna look like, see what changes, see what anything I need to make. Far as the dash and everything goes, everything's how I like it, besides the spots they're gonna need to, you know, do some body work and clean up. I do have to put the AC box in and run the, you know, the vents, not really run the vents, but run the hoses to all the vents and fully, you know, finish all that stuff out. But for the most part, interior is good. I'm happy. One thing I am going to do, because I got this little thing from my kids for Christmas, is I'm going to figure out a way to put that right into the speaker box, and I'm going to have it light up red. Right now it's got like a white light on it, but I'm trying to figure out how to light up red and have that like right in there. So that's one other thing I'm going to do as far as when it comes to the interior. Okay, so I'm gonna step back and let y'all see. But that's my little plaque. But yeah, even has a little headliner, everything like that. So the interior is all from TMI. You get to pick what you want, you know, as far as what customizations you can do with them. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. So. Oh, and it does have regular seat belts. Those are just my harnesses for if I want to get at it. Alrighty, so I believe that is a recap on basically talking about the truck and what's to come. So here's my timelines, here's my plans. February, I want to pull everything apart in the truck, you know, and get the whole engine bay and everything set up and done and painted how I want it. Then I want to do that for the whole month of February. So my plan is to try to get all that done in February. Bleed over a little bit into March, we'll see. But I know the reunion truck show is typically in March, probably mid to end March. I definitely want to take the truck to that. That'd probably be the last thing I take it to. Then after that, I want to start completely pulling this thing apart so that way I can get it ready for paint. That means interior, everything. I just want to basically be able to drive it to them, you know, even if I got to sit on the milk crate or just have one seat in, whatever it is. And then, you know, after that, pretty much, you know, it's easy for them to move in, whatever they got to do when they're painting it. Okay, the color that's going on this thing is going to be, it's a Ford color, so don't come at me. It's a Ford color. You know, I'm not a Ford person, but the Mustang GT, what is that, like the newer one, I think it's like a 2022 and up. They come with this color called a dark matter gray. I love that color. I'm a big fan of grays and dark colors. I love that color. I think that color with my red accents, when I started the whole project, I knew it was going to be that color. I just didn't know what the color code was, you know, on far as what color I was going to pick. But that dark gray, plus with all the, you know, the red with the dark, you know, cherry red accents and all that kind of stuff. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. I cannot wait. So that's what I'm saying. My plan is to, right after the reunion truck show, fully start tearing this thing apart, getting it ready for paint, have them painted over the summer, because I'm an AC guy, like I said. I'll be too busy with work and doing things, so I won't really get to enjoy it that much, and I'll be okay not enjoying it, because I'll have the hatch to play with, you know, here and there when I need to, you know, what's that? Crave that speed demon in me, you know what I'm saying? So I'll have that to at least play with, you know, that whole time. But I think that's it. So like always, everybody, thanks for watching. It's cold out here this morning too, that's why I'm kind of stuttering a little bit. But once again, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I want to get that out of the way. And thank you, everybody, for getting me to 500 subscribers. I truly, 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 really appreciate that. So, but what I am going to do is throw some footage in from Pro Performance's Cars and Coffee. That way you guys can see other vehicles and stuff like that. Ooh, that light's starting to come up behind me, so I'm gonna make this quick. So let's get to that, but peace.
Yeah, they should appreciate the size. I never but if they try, there's try double XL, either one.
So this is inside the speed shop part of it, but you can see they got cars everywhere. Now, this place is badass. Let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah. This is another beautiful car on the lift. We'll get to see what it looks like underneath. Let's see. Got another beauty in the works. So this place I'm at is called Driven Speed Shop. And look at, they do some beautiful work here, man. Beautiful, beautiful work. I had to catch this beaut before I went back outside. This twin turbo. Y'all know me, I don't know these motors like that, but it looks like it's... I ain't gonna try to butcher it, but it is badass. Look at this interior. Yeah, this is clean. All right, it is so many cars here. I already know I can't sit here and film them all, so I'm just gonna do a walkthrough so that way you guys can kind of get the gist. So we're just gonna go down the row. Depending on what the noise is in the background, you might get some music, you might get me talking, we'll see.
Yeah, it was.
Y'all know me in these Bel Airs. Nice little clean 56 here. Looking good. Oh, nice. Nice, nice. Yeah, this is my favorite one. Yeah, the 56 is my favorite. Then I go 55, then 57, but
55s are more popular.
yeah. But yeah, I like the grill better on the 56. Nice. Paint is clean on this bad boy. Well, I shouldn't say that. That's clean from a distance. Got a few little spots. I like the scheme. I like the scheme. I do like the wheels though. Very nice. A nice little cutlass. We got the Warbird. I'm not sure if this guy has a channel. I always see him. You know, he must live out here somewhere by me, but I always see his vehicle. So I can give him his little props. Clean, he's always doing something. I think if I remember correctly, he told me this was his dad's old truck and he got it from him. Could be wrong, but I like it. This one I've seen for the last couple of events out here. I think he just got it painted, but that paint, ooh, good lord. Yeah, he paid some money on that paint because it's clean. I've never seen under the hood though. He never popped the hood. I always toy with the idea of doing this, getting me a little service body, doing me a truck, putting a company name on it. You know, make that the real Mr. Cool Guy vehicle. That'd be so sick. All right, let's keep it going. Hey, look at that. There goes me. And it looks like that is it for this row. All right, the other row is kind of packed, so it's gonna be hard for me to even film over here, but this is a clean Malibu. I'm liking it. This one here, I like what they did with this patina style paint job. Came out pretty good. With this big old bag dually. Nice little SS's. LS swapped. Nice clean Apache though. Keep in on that because that's what I'm doing to my hoses, wrapping them like that. It's only a handful of trucks still left. But this is gonna be a wrap. I'm gonna finish with the S2000 with the LS swapped turbo. I've showed this one before. He mentioned how much horsepower it was, but this is a little clean little setup. Make me want an S2000.
Thank you all for watching this here video. Please like and subscribe and follow. Much love from Little Yas to